Live. It says people are watching. Let's see if this thing starts actually flowing.
The numbers haven't been popping up lately for whatever reason.
Hey, can you do me a favor? Do we have bottled water back there? Can you just shag me a water? I keep feeling like I'm about to cough, and I think it's just because. I don't know, it's telling me there's 54 people watching. 55? What's going on, guys? Yeah, I think that's all it is. Thank you very much. All right, guys. Nathan had already started this morning. Hit the gold box. He's up at a show in Franklin, or heading to a show up in Franklin right now. So I'm going to finish off the rest of the case. This is 53135 Sean Barker. It's his 6th box. We're going to bust through that. Finish off case 107 today. So good luck. So this is box 6 for the big dog. Hope y'all are having a good day. Don't forget, we got the show tonight. So if there's something you want from or for that, go ahead and get it and get ready. Have some fun tonight. I think there's only a couple spots left in Silvertown. So hell yeah, Collectors Club's always cool. That'll be going out soon. Collectors Club's always a lot of fun, man. Just getting all those random packs and everything. So I hope you all have had a good week. Thanks, Big Glenn. Really appreciate it, buddy. I hope you all had a good week and are getting ready for a great weekend, hopefully. Thanks, Chev. Sometimes those minis slip out real easy. Sometimes they kind of stick. So, kind of funny. So just remember, guys, no matter what's going on, it's always darkest before dawn. But there's always light, man. Sometimes you gotta look around for it, and sometimes it's trying to hide from you, but it's out there. You can find it. A little rusty. Been a minute since I've been busting some packs. So it looks like we got an auto coming up here. Nope, just a jersey of Cal Ripken. I got the color wrong. Oops, and that cord slipped out of my hand. Appreciate it, guys. Hey, I'm hanging in there. Mild heart attack, but kind of kicked my ass regardless. Just been resting up, trying to build that strength back, you know. Try to get back to somewhat normal. I wouldn't never say I was ever normal to begin with, so I guess just trying to kind of get back to my normal. So I appreciate all the love, guys. Just like I said, I've been resting and hanging in there. So I hope y'all have been doing the same. It looks like y'all have still just been doing the savage stuff the nation does, man. Raising money for St. Jude and just going after it hard, man. What's going on, guys? I apologize. I'm not trying to be down or anything like that. Just trying to, kind of remain calm. Try not to give the Give the old ticker a workout, you know what I'm saying? Red stockings. So I hope you all are having a good one. Been enjoying some sport ball. Watching them. That game last night was pretty solid. Got the MLB playoffs. Playoffs isn't something we really talk about much as a Cincinnati sports fan, because we don't get there often, and when we do, we just get fucking obliterated. So, it is what it is. I don't think Gary had to try, man. When Gary just steps on the cardiac floor, man, they just smell his musk, man. His general scent. Unfortunately, actually, I was gonna say I didn't really have that many hot nurses, but if we're gonna be 100% honest, I didn't have any ugly ones. So.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, that was nice, man.
Score.
Right. Every time the shift changed and I got a new nurse, I was just like, damn, you might actually even be hotter than the previous. So that kept me in some good spirits. I told him like I'm a clean freak, man, and with all that shit hooked up to me, I couldn't take a shower, but I was like, man, I'll take a sponge bath every hour on the hour. Like, I'm a germaphobe. I gotta be clean. They didn't buy it, so that kind of sucked. But I made the efforts, boy. I think my first nurse. She's a hot little number, man. Kind of, well, I say little, she's tall. But I think she might be a dominatrix, boy, because sometimes they'd have to put new sensors on me and take old ones off. And that bitch really enjoyed ripping them off of me, man. Like, they tell you that you hurry up and peel that shit and it won't hurt so bad, and that's a lie. For those of you who may be lacking chest hair or something like that, good for you, because those sensors aren't going to jack you up, man. But if you do have any, like this chick was just coming in, she was like, BOW! And it looked like a sea urchin or something was attached to it from the hair, and I was laying there bleeding and in pain. Maybe not really bleeding, but the story sounds better if you say bleeding. And it was not positive. I about went all 40-year-old virgin on her, like, oh, Kelly Clarkson, because that shit was painful. And she, like I said, man, she just came in and like, she'd have a smile on her damn face ripping those things off, and I just thought that was hateful. Now, don't get me wrong, she was a nice, sweet lady, and I didn't have any problems with her, but I think that on the side, she might get paid to do that to people, and they enjoy it. I am not one of those people. So, Goldilocks has already happened in this case. Like I said, nice lady, very easy on the eyes. She's probably about a 6-footer, man. I'm serious, bro. Like, she had some height on her.
She a gator?
I don't know. She was looking good though, boy. I was proud that she was my nurse because I saw some of the other nurses on that cardiac floor. I won the lottery. And then when she switched off and the next one came in, I was like, damn, I'm living right. But yeah, she like ripping that shit off me, boy. I was not as much of a fan as she was. How you gonna smile at somebody and putting them through the pain like that? All right, next up we have 53168. Frank Fury with 6 packs. 2, 4, and 6. Make sure I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. rest of these set up, guys. Give me just a second. Sorry about that. Okay. They didn't screw us about any packs. That's a positive. But I always think it's fun, man, when you're going to do testing, or they'll be like, hey, man, we're going to do some nuclear imaging. We want you to, we want you to sign this waiver where we're going to inject you with some stuff that one of the potential side effects is death. And if you do die from us shooting you up with this stuff, you won't hold us responsible. That's always a highlight. Like, hey, we're going to inject you with something that may kill you, and yes, we are the ones injecting you, but don't hold us responsible for that. It's kind of fucked up. I kept worrying with all the stuff they kept injecting me with and all this bullshit. How about an Elliott auto there? Graham Elliott, chef and TV personality. All that shit they kept injecting me with, man, I was going to turn into a 40-year-old mutant ninja Joe. I don't know that it would actually turn me into a turtle, but like, you know,
is this like the Ninja Turtles now?
Right. The first time they come into me with some stuff, right, and they're like, yeah, we gotta shoot you up with this to do some imaging, whatever. I mean, I've been through all these songs and dances before, don't get me wrong, but they're like, we gotta inject you with this bullshit, and like, I don't know if y'all know. All right, next up is 53200 Anthony C with his own box. What's up, Big Joe Carter? They come in, man, and the shit looks like mercury in the needle, okay? And if y'all paid attention in science class, or if you were smarter than just taking the general class that was more science in high school, it's no offense to you who didn't take the biology or whatever. You actually just took what they call science. That's cool. I'm not trying to offend you. But you learn mercury's kind of lethal, right?
Yep.
So I'm looking at that shit, man, and I'm like, are you really getting ready to inject me fucking mercury? Like, am I being assassinated right now? What the fuck? Again, this is 53200 Anthony Cucina with his own box. That was a little... They're like, no, it's just whatever the hell they said it was, and, you know. So then, here you go, guys, there's a good one. They didn't think I was physically strong enough to do a stress test on the treadmill, and if you've never had one of those, man, consider yourself lucky, because they are very sadomasochistic. Like, having had a heart attack prior, I take medicine to keep my blood pressure and heart rate and everything kind of in check. So they put you on a machine, and if you've looked at me, Wade Boggs, physically fit is not necessarily a term that often gets brought up around me. But they put you through the rigors on that thing because they got to get your heart rate up to a certain area, you know, whatever. It's just sadistic, evil. Man, it's just nasty. It's not nice at all. But they didn't think physically I was up for that. So what they did was a chemical stress test, which I've never had before. It was a pretty big syringe, and they load it into a machine, and it's filled with this neon greenish yellow substance. The closest thing I would be able to compare it to would be like Mountain Dew. Okay? Like Mountain Dew. You're going to inject me with Mountain Dew that's supposed to jack my heart up or down, whatever it does, to test and see how my heart's doing, right? Like, how much damage did I get from this? And then it's on a timer, which I don't know why. It goes really quick. Like, she should have just shot me up with it instead of making me watch it happen. Now, here is where you need to train your nursing staff. Are you ready for this, Big Red?
Damn straight.
She's like, hey, so this is gonna give you these warm, tingly sensation. You know, you're probably gonna feel a little nauseous. You know, whatever. All the positive, Nate's not here, buddy. All the positive things you're hoping to hear, right? Like, oh man, I haven't eaten in what was it? I haven't eaten in 19 hours. So whatever is in there for me to you know review, I don't want. It's not gonna be a good thing, right? But she's going through all this stuff. So the stress test is going on, right? And I'm watching the EKG thing over there, just spitting out paper. And I'm sitting there in the, you know, or sitting there on the bed, you know, and I start feeling this weird, like I started feeling this weird feeling, man, and you do, like, prior warning, I get super lightheaded. I feel like I'm about to pass out, man. Like my head just flops back on the bed, like I'm a newborn that can't control their fat ass head. You know what I mean? I just like flop back, and I feel like I'm turning into Pinhead from the Hellraiser films, man. Like there is pins and needles in my face, boy. Like it was bad, and so I feel these pins and needles in my face and everything, and she like looks over at me, and I guess I must have looked like death was imminent, because she's like, "Are you okay?" or whatever, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I feel like I'm being stabbed in the face. I'm feeling all these pins and needles or whatever." And she goes, "Oh yeah, the last several people I've done this to have said that." But I kept thinking, like, this might be something to warn a dude about, you know? Like all of a sudden you're gonna lose control of your head, like you're 3 days old. You know, you think you're gonna break your neck when you fall back onto the bed, and then it's just gonna feel like there's someone inside your face just go all over your face, man. Like it was. Oh god, it was bad. I'm gonna shut the door real quick, guys, since there's somebody up front. They don't want to hear me carrying on like an idiot. But, God, I was like, damn, you gotta warn a dude, man. Like, I'm not trying to be mean or nothing, but just all of a sudden feeling like I'm getting stabbed from the inside out. What's up, Big Sean? Thanks, Don. Missed y'all too, man. Like I said, just kind of cruise controlling it a little bit. Trying not to, get too excited. Although it'd be really cool to hit something really dope to get crazy and excited about. So there was that, like, and I was actually impressed, man. The hospital food wasn't so bad. The worst thing was, when they put you on that, you're not allowed to eat or drink, whatever. Before you do these tests, is man, I always have coffee in the morning, and so I started getting a damn caffeine headache because I hadn't had any coffee. So that kind of sucked. As soon as I got back to my room, though, and they were like, "Are you hungry?" I was like, "Oh hell yeah! And can I have some coffee, please?" So, wasn't so bad, but if I find, nah, man, you can't have none of the beard, man. That's where all my strength goes. Kind of like that whole Samson thing, man. Not to mention, neither of my children, whom are 5 and 2, have ever seen me without a beard.
They start crying.
Oh yeah. Hey, Big Freddy, I think Immaculate's out today. I don't think it got pushed again.
The Immaculate Basketball?
Yeah.
Yeah, almost positive they said it got pushed to, it got pushed. It's not coming out today.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, Freddy, never mind, man. Immaculate got pushed again.
But we have it on, still on pre-sale, so.
Jesus, man, they are not wanting to release them Magula, are they?
Nope.
All right, next up we have 53207. One of the Bash brothers, Big Kevin G, with 6 packs. Besides, man, that's the only hair I got, man. I can't really grow hair on my head. Bald as the fuck. I'll tell you, man. I hate being in the hospital, though. You're just sitting there and, like, they're like, try to get some rest. And they come in and out of your room, like, every hour. Got to take your temperature. I thought it was odd when my first nurse kept coming in telling me to turn over. And I'm like, what's up? She's like, I got to take your temperature. I was like, you don't have an oral thermometer? Like, I'm telling you, she's a dominatrix on the side, man. She's a freak. She just wanted to... Yeah, nah, we ain't sticking no thermometer there, chick. So there was that. I was hoping maybe they'd give me a wheelchair or something so I could kind of like race around the hospital or something. I don't know. Maybe find a basketball court or something. But in all seriousness, man, I'll tell you another big pain in the ass is when they have you hooked up to all this heart bullshit and you gotta just take a leak, you know, and you gotta hit the nurse button because they never gave me one of those jugs. So, like, they'd have to come in and disconnect me so I could go take a leak and then come back to the room so they could reconnect me. It was an awful big to-do just to be able to take a leak, man. So, it was not a good time. I don't recommend it. Y'all be healthy and take care of yourselves. Next up is 53214, Brad H with 6 packs. It was scary stuff, man. Just sitting at home and out of nowhere, that hit me. So, I said it's funny when the doctors tell you like it's a mild or a minor heart attack or whatever, and he's like using the air quotes. Thanks, Doc. I don't know what that means. Beto, I have no desire to try dialysis even one time a week, homie. You know, I can't remember what it was now, honestly. But there was a lady that when I was waiting to... hell yeah, beer for breakfast is fine. It's always a breakfast of champions. When I was waiting for some of my stress tests, yeah. They did this imaging thing, and then they wheeled me back to this waiting room, and I can't remember what was going on with this lady, but she was, they have you curtained off from each other. But I guess she was going to have some kind of surgery on her arm or something. They were going to be some kind of incision, and she was asking about how bad it was going to hurt, and I don't know, all kinds of stuff, and when would she be able to use her arm again, and the doctor's like, 2 or 3 days? You know? And, we'll check on the incision tomorrow, and they're like, let's get your husband back here. And that was interesting, and you try not to eavesdrop, but when there's only curtains separating everybody, and this cat's talking loud as shit. All right, so the last one for this case, 53215, is Big Sean Beeswanger. He's got 4 boxes and 6 packs. So here you go, man. The big bee's knees. There's the 6 packs. I guess let's start off with those. All right, I'm going to slide those so we have some room, folks. Well, no, I don't know. Here's how we're going to do it. We're going to start with the 6 packs. I guess let's stack the boxes up. That'd be better. That way you can see all 4 of them. Hey, appreciate it, Thomas. It's glad to be back in the saddle, you know what I mean? Like, trying to get back to some normalcy. If anybody out there has had a heart attack before or whatever, like, it really takes a lot out of you. So, physically, I have just been, like, super drained, and I swear to God, all I do is sleep. So, like, Nathan, had me take Wednesday and Thursday off, and Wednesday, man, like, I get up at 6, so I can have some coffee, help get my oldest around, and take her to kindergarten, right? Get back home, I eat a little bit of breakfast. 9 o'clock, man, I'm back in the bed. Wake up around 11:30. Had a little bit of lunch. And then around 1:30, back in bed. Slept till about 6. Had dinner. Back in bed by 9. Like, and still just feel like completely exhausted and ran down. So it'll take a minute. I'll get back to normal though. I'll be hooting and hollering and carrying on before long, I'm sure.
Damn straight.
Yeah, it's hard not to. When you used to being a hellraiser, man, you're just gonna raise hell. It's kind of hard not to right now, though. It's a little disappointing. That's all you want to do. All right, there was his 6-packs, and here comes box 1 for Big Sean Beeswanger, old Chipwood.
Did you see Big Younger story with like a?
I did. That was pretty badass, man. His story about Chris Kyle.
I've been calling him badass motherfucker.
He is a badass motherfucker. That's a fact. Hell yeah, what's up, bro? But appreciate y'all watching today. So don't forget we got a show tonight. I can't believe fucking Immaculate got pushed again, man.
Yeah, it was like. For some reason, I want to feel like
Well, I wouldn't sweat it because if you if you say the wrong day, somebody get mad at us. But appreciate y'all staying big pimping while I was gone. Gonna knock down that 100K for St. Jude. There you go, your Strimsky. I wish I had something like more fun to tell you guys. A lot of y'all had sent me some messages and stuff while I was in the hospital, but since I had not planned that trip, I didn't have a phone charger, so my phone died. And then having 2 little kids, man, like, you don't just want them up at the hospital all the time. So the missus wasn't up there with me, like, on the reg. So, yeah, my phone was just dead. But I would say just be careful, guys. If you wanna book you a vacation at the hospital, try to do it on a day where it's not super busy. I felt weird when I got rushed to the ER, and they were so busy that they had people sitting out on beds in the hallway. You know, it's like every time they open the door, there's this lady like staring into my room. Probably like, screw this guy. Why does he get a room and I get a hallway? Man, stop staring at me. Oh, Nicholas, in 2013, I had a massive heart attack, bro. My LAD, also known as the Widowmaker, 100% blocked. I had a massive heart attack. Thought I was going to die. They got to the hospital just in time. They put a stent in it. I had to wait 30 days to get another stent placed in my left circumflex. Because it was 90% blocked. I have another artery that is 72% blocked, but it's damaged and cannot take a stent. So my cardiologist has told me he wants to put it off as long as possible, but I'm probably going to have open heart surgery at some point in time. He just kind of wants to, delay that for as long as possible. But yeah, on this one it was an inferior myocardial infarction, which means it's not one of the main arteries of the heart. It came on fast and went away fast, so no. From what they see, it doesn't appear as if there is any additional damage to my heart. Not this Monday, but the following Monday, I go see the cardiologist again. I'm sure we'll talk about some more stuff. I hide it really well. It blows my mind, but I hopped on the scale at the hospital, and I have lost more weight, which is crazy to me because I look in the mirror, and I have no idea where the hell it went because it looks like it's still there. It don't look like it's going anywhere. But every time I hop on the scale, it brings up a lower number, which really surprises me.
The Immaculate's going to be released October 18th. And then Nathan said that we got a case of Prism Football 200 below the big boys.
All right, so there you have it, guys. October 18th is going to be the release for Immaculate Basketball. And then we have a case of Prism Football, which that's one of my favorite products, man. That's some badass shit. For 200 below the big boys, if you want to make sure and grab your case. It's pretty cool, Beto. My mom has a pacemaker. I just know my body is a pacemaker, you know what I'm saying? When I get in the throes of passion, boy, I set the tone. Hey, Big Rook.
Damn straight.
Hell yeah, girl. We might trot. We might sprint. Yeah, we might just dash. Big Rook got him a hot date tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
That's my dog, man. He gonna lay the foundation tomorrow. I keep feeling. I mean, he'll always be the Rook to me, and that's in no way a negative connotation, man. The Rook's a great thing in my opinion. But I always feel like the Rook's second nickname, if he had one, should be the Plumber, because that motherfucker lays so much pipe. Woo! Good Lord. Man, he'll be texting me and be like, boy, I'm on to number 4 tonight. I'm like, damn, son. My heart getting tired thinking about it, B-Rook. Damn, baby.
Stress test.
Right. Rook kills me with that shit, boy. Be like, man, I got on Facebook, boy. And I'm like, ooh. Woo. To be 11 years younger with a better heart. Or 9 years younger, whatever the age difference is. What's up, Big Anthony? Cyberonics. Tell you what was nice, too, was getting back home to my CPAP, boy. Not having that thing for a night in the hospital. Like I said, they were coming in drawing blood, doing all that shit all night anyway, so it wasn't like I was going to sleep.
And they don't like give you one or something?
No, not the first night. You know, if I would have had to stay, depending on how long I was going to have to stay, was if they wanted me to bring mine from home or if they were going to provide one. But, yeah, man. So when he's not at the shop, he's the plumber, boy. He's laying his PVC all over Rutherford County. My favorite thing is one day me and him gonna be kicking it, man. I suspect, this is what I suspect. I'm gonna tell you this right now, folks. Okay? This is about to be a long, drawn-out story. It's a story personally I love and means a lot to me. Okay? Rook has a nephew that he has to take care of, right? Cool-ass kid, man. Now, like many other kids, you know, he's an 11, 12-year-old little asshole sometimes, right? It's just what kids do, man. It's okay to call a kid an asshole because they're assholes.
Mean.
Right. So Rook has let it be known that upon his nephew's 18th birthday, he slapped him across the face with some gloves and let him know that a duel hath been set. On God! I challenge thee to an ass-kicking contest in the backyard or the front yard. It all depends on if we're going to charge tickets and have spectators, you know. So I told Rook that what I think shall happen is, because his nephew, man, be out stealing people's girlfriends and stuff, right? Taking his best friend's girl. I'm down with it. Mr. Steal your girl, you go get him, bro. But I'm in full support of the nephew here. I'm going to help train the nephew for their fisticuffs. All right? And my hope is that the nephew shall whoop Rookie's ass. Now, that does not mean I got nothing but love for the Rook. I mean, that is literally, that's my fucking dog right there, man. Like, Rook is my boy. However, I just feel that the right thing to do is to root for the underdog on this one. Okay? So, instead of being in the corner like, get him, Rook, I'm going to be like, whoop his ass, nephew, get it. So, anyway. So, here's my thoughts is that on this day, the worst day of the Rook's life, man. When he's been laid out by his nephew. And I come over to help him up off the ground whilst I am talking shit to him because it'll be just kind of funny. There's rare instances in life that I get to talk shit to anybody. So this is hopefully going to be one of those instances. If not, it's going to really suck once he knocks his nephew out in like one punch. And it's like, Joe, you're next for encouraging that motherfucker. And I'm like, oh, God. Because I have about 6 seconds of fighting left in my life. But I just envision I'm going to help him up, and then all of a sudden there's going to be some 3, 4, 12 coming around the back corner and being like, oh, there he is, there's my baby daddy. And Rook's going to find out that all this pipe he laid, he is now like the father of 16 little bastards in Rutherford County.
You are the father.
Right. And I mean, I hope he takes me on Maury with him because I'll be like that emotional support for a minute, being like, dog, I don't know. I mean, you see that kid look just like you, right? Right? Like, it got the goatee and everything, Rook. That's you, dog. Like, it came out with the facial hairs. Look, it came out with a little Buster dog. Like, that is your child. But I just think that's gonna be like the great thing, man. Nephew is triumphant, and for his victory, we'll buy him a hamburger because the nephew is crazily infatuated with the hamburgers, and so he'll have a celebratory hamburger. And then yeah, it's just gonna be Rook Dog and all his chitlins. And it's going to be an amazing day. I have to... Worst day of his life and one of the greatest of mine, okay? I have got to live at least 6, 7 more years, however long, to partake in this. Like I said, Rook's my boy. I would hope that if I had a nephew or even a niece that I felt the need to go upside their head, that Rook would try to prepare them for it. You know, that he'd be like, now look, you know, just because you want it to be somewhat fair, right? Like, yeah. No, you don't. You just want to beat that ass, and I get it. Look, talking back, my favorite, folks. Look, this is not even trying to be mean. Again, I am 100% team nephew. Okay? Like I said, Rook's my boy. That dude could hit me up and be like, yo, man, can you help me out with this? I'd be like, whatever you need, Big Rook, dog, I got you. He's one of the few people on the planet that can call me and I'll actually answer my phone. I don't like to talk, so I try to just do text messages. Anyway. But I'm Team Nephew. Hashtag Team Nephew. But the thing that's funny to me, man, is like we'll be sitting up here working, and Rook will answer his phone and he'll be like, "What's up?" And all of a sudden, through the phone, I hear, "Hey, could you Uber me some McDonald's?" And man, I'd be rolling. He's like, "No, food at the house." But I want a hamburger. No, food at the house.
He is the Hamburglar.
That's so cool, man. Nephew will gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today, man.
Pizza place, hamburger. Mexican restaurant, hamburger.
I think with some of it too is it's just like it's on another level. It's just connecting with the Rook in that, like, you know, I go home and my kids are like, well, I say kids. My oldest one obviously does the bulk of the talking. But let's get McDonald's. You know, I want chickens. Let's have some Twix. Let's have some ice cream. We got any more popsicles? How about them Reese's cups? And I'm like, good Lord, man. How about you eat some, I don't know, vegetable soup? How about you try this broccoli? Oh, man, these stained glass are so cool, man. You know, why don't you try? Does it got chicken in it? No, well, I don't want it. Well, son of a bitch. So, that's all. It's nice that somebody else can commiserate with me. You know, where, yeah, his nephew just always like, gotta have the hamburger. That shit just keeps me rolling, boy. But yeah, I am Team Nephew for show. That kid gonna lose his ass, man. It's gonna be bad. I told Rook, I said, what you gotta do is you gotta like look on that birth certificate and see exactly when it says he was born. Like you say, like 10:18 a.m. You know, and then just go in there and smack the shit out of him at 10:18 and be like,
attack.
right, be like, it's on. Defend yourself. And then they go out in the yard and they're gonna scrap it up, boy. I plan on making an event out of it. I'm gonna have, like, it's gonna be better than a porn shoot, bro, with how many camera angles I got.
UFC 109.
My concern is that with several more years of nothing but a hamburger diet, the Team Nephew may be looking like me or worse. So it may not go according to plan. Team Nephew might have to change to, you know, hashtag Team Fat You. And got their ass whipped. And it's gonna be embarrassing. So, plus, man, I'm just trying to help build the confidence of the youth of America. Sometimes his nephew hop on and watch the show, and I just want him to know that I am behind him 100% until he either does not train or proves that he is going to lose, at which time I might jump ship back to Team Rook. But, yeah. That's just some... Look, man. That's all kind of crazy or whatever, but I mean, that's just some of the bullshit, man. Rook Dog talk about back here when we're packing up orders and stuff. Man, he gonna Guriel Jr. auto.
You still busting this one?
Yeah. Here's the. Well, I guess you can have the order. He's the last one, so there's the order.
Okay.
So yeah, man. That shit's hilarious. Like, it shouldn't be as funny to me as it is. The funnier part will be all that gaggle of hoes coming around. Cause look, he showed me some of these women, and some of them be looking good, boy. Like, I don't mean this in a negative way. Rook will probably take a little offense, even though I do not mean it. But on occasion, he outkicks his coverage. And that's what we're all trying to do, folks. Make no mistake. We all want to outkick our coverage. I did, you know. For someone like Austin, it wouldn't be really hard. That was just a joke. I don't know if Austin's even watching up front. But that's just teasing. I don't mean it. But I'm just like, damn, son. I'm glad this stuff wasn't around when I was a younger man, because I can't tell you how many either diseases or illegitimate children I probably would have wound up with. Probably already be dead. Somebody's husband or boyfriend would have done came found me.
You found me.
Right. That's where I worry about this game, right? Like, I worry for the Rook, because to her, she may be single because, you know, she ain't planning on marrying this dude, or homeboy ain't put a ring on it yet. But that don't mean she's single to her dude. You know? I worry homeboy one day Rook gonna catch a little lead in that ass or something. I worry about that.
Be careful.
Oh my God. God, man, dating's changed so much. Me and my wife, let's see here, we've been together 15 years, been married 12. Like, man, if she left me, or I magically became single, or whatever the case may be, man, I just don't know how I would reintegrate to that dating scene. First of all, I'm not sure that I mean, this is going to get twisted into a way I don't necessarily mean it, but I'm not sure my bait is nearly as attractive as it used to be. You know, I don't know that my bait's going to quite attract the fish that I would hope for. You know, life happens to all of us. I just have a feeling that my singularity, whatever we want to call it, would be a very permanent thing. Kevin, we already busted yours, buddy. I said, I called all the numbers. This one's the last one. This one's Beeswanger.
YouTube.
Yeah, but just go to YouTube, buddy, and you can rewind it back to your order. Man, like, they got apps to let you know, like, who's in the area looking for a good time, man. Like, they got apps to help you facilitate multiple partner arrangements. They got apps to help you find, like, everything, boy. Like, sometimes Rook's phone will be going off. And it's because this lady be walking by the store and says she DTF. It's like, man, they even have the DTF app? Good Lord.
It's raining.
Right. Like, what the hell? It's insane, y'all. Oh, no worries, Big Kevin. I even called you. I even made sure to announce it was one of the Bash brothers. It was just probably 3 or 4 orders before this one. I like that YouTube, man, where you can rewind that while it's live and, like, figure out what happened. I wish Facebook would catch up with the times. I'm like, damn, I can't pick these cards up. I'll grab them in a second. I wish Facebook would catch up with some of that. Because Facebook could 100 be like the video platform of all video platforms if they wanted it to be. Did I ever tell y'all about almost getting arrested the day before Mother's Day and being afraid I was going to have to call my wife from the police station for bail? That conversation, there was no way it was going to play well in my head. You have a collect call from Happy Mother's Day, honey. Will you come bail me out? Yeah, if I haven't ever told you that story, that's a fun one. Not really. It was quite ugly for me, honestly. That's a crazy story. Earl said he gonna help train you, Big Rook.
Hell yeah, Earl.
I don't know that you need the help, son.
I don't know, man. He's growing.
This is true. It's because he's eating all them damn hamburgers. He doing something right, though, man. He goes hollering, "Oh, you date my best friend? What's up, girl?
Yep.
Come be with me." And she's like, "Okay."
He said, "Is that the kind of friend you want to be?" He said, "I don't know."
No. That is the friend you want to be, bro. You keep being that friend. I'm on your side, nephew. Hashtag Team Nephew. He is Mr. Studio, man. I think what happened was nephew visited the shop one time, and we were super busy back here in the back, and so nephew hung out with Gary up front for a little bit. And I think what happened was Gary shared some insider trading knowledge, and he took that to heart and, you know, turned it into what it is. So, good for you, nephew. Good for you. This is the last box of case 107. This was the badass motherfucker, the bees wanger, the chip wood, the bee's knees, as I like to call it. Sean, please don't get mad at me and kill me, but since it's bees wanger, I always say it's bees penis. Ha ha ha. Because, yes, I'm juvenile. So, I'm sure you've heard that before. If you have not, you're welcome. Aguilar. So, nobody else gets to call him that, though, man. I don't want to see that shit on the feed tonight or something. Everybody going crazy, being mean to him.
That's the wrong motherfucker to be mean to, boy.
Yeah, he'll snipe your ass.
Get your ass taken out.
Yeah. You gonna think you safe, and he gonna be out there with that sniper rifle. He gonna scope your shit in, boy. Get that wind right. Man, gonna hit your ass from 312 miles away. Hey, and since it's so far away, you ain't never even to hear the shot to know. And he's gonna like measure your paces, so as you getting ready to be walking into Walmart, it's gonna catch you. Like, he knows you're gonna leave your house and jump into your truck and drive at 38 miles an hour for 2.1 miles to Walmart to go get you some bush. Could be beer or one of the women that work there, up to you. And he gonna trigger that shit just right, boy. Hollow you out. So, don't mess with my man now. He up there in Indiana, I think. So, don't piss him off. I don't suspect it would end well for you. So, yeah, we down to 26 people. I understand. We didn't have the goal that was already hit. Not as exciting. I'm trying to kind of maintain a low profile. I'm not necessarily sure that, you know, as much as the Rook's my dog, I don't want to, you know, get all excited and fall over or something and him have to run out. Having him and Austin as my protectors right now is not. Especially when you sit around and talk shit to a dude telling him you're going to train his nephew to whip his ass. May not be the dude that when you was in a serious medical condition, that may not be the dude you want to try to help you out. Oh yeah? You want to help my fucking nephew? Tell you what, man, y'all want some funny shit in your leisure time. If y'all don't know who Bill Burr is, man, that dude's like, he's a hilarious comedian. I'm a big fan. Look him up where he's talking about, how our emotions affect our pets. And his pit bull, that shit's hilarious. Or it's like about a 15-minute little part, 20-minute part about you should never hit a woman. Or there's no reason. His girlfriend was watching The View or something, and they were like, there's no reason. And, God, Bill goes off on that, and it's pretty funny. Not advocating for striking women, and neither is he. Let's throw that disclaimer out there real quick. That's not what that's about. But it's funny. You'll thank me later. I don't want that to all of a sudden turn into something where Joe's saying it's okay to smack a woman around or something. That is not what I'm saying at all. Although, I'm looking forward to, when Rook is dazed and confused from nephew beatdown 2020 whatever. He's got all these ladies coming at him, throwing child support papers and children at him, and he's like draking it, And yeah, he's gonna be running past these ladies, doing his Heisman pose. Pow! That's funny stuff, boy. Oh my goodness, it's been a lot of fun. I apologize for my crazy, incoherent, seemingly endless rants today. Still getting used to some medicines, man. I'm up to 9 pills a day now. That's fun. Y'all got quiet too. You're like, the weirder he gets, the less I want to speak about it. Brooks just like, hurry up, finish, so he can finish sleeving it and getting it shipped. But there will be the show tonight, guys. Unfortunately, Immaculate has been pushed again. Excuse me, another 2 weeks. So, thanks for all your patience on that. Hopefully it's going to be the greatest Immaculate basketball product that's ever happened since it's been about 17 years in development. So, all right, that's it for case 107. I believe 108 is already sold out. 109 is on the site if you want to take your chance. So thanks for watching, folks. Thanks for all the business and support. Nothing but love to you guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch y'all later tonight, all right?